But as Monica was saying, we wanted to welcome all of you on this journey that is really about having some meaningful conversations regarding this book that Monica and I just recently launched, and engaging each of you with your life experience, with your vision, with your knowledge to help us build together some knowledge that is even greater than whatever we have come up with on our own. And so we wanted to make sure to start off that way so that you guys clearly understand that we are not know-it-alls. we know what we know, and we don't know what we don't know. And we count on you guys as part of this community that's going to help take this concept forward and help us develop it further. And so Monica and I'm going to share a few things on the screen just to get us off and going. Let me just do that right now.
Okay, my dear friends, thanks for the patience. This was on purpose so we can start practicing our, generosity and kindness and patience. That's good. So, well, first of all, we would like to thank you for being here, taking the time to be in our first session out of 10. And the idea is that we're building this community called Two Wings of Leadership. And then we're really happy to have you here because the whole idea is that we all going to learn together. What we put together in our book and the stories and the experiences that we have, I'm pretty sure that synchronize and vibrate with you all. And we will also love to learn from your stories, so learn from you in this topic as well. So thank you for being here today. And so we'd love to share with you our agenda for today. This is, we're going to be having this 10 sessions, as I share with you. Our session today is called the New Leadership Paradigm. And I know that some of you are starting to read the book, some others are already reading the book. So we would love to implement the tools, to implement the concepts that we have in our book and get your feedback and have this opportunity to learn together. Because the adults, we learn together, and it's easier for us to incorporate a new capacity when we practice this capacity. What could be better that we can help each other in this space? So the whole idea that we're going to keep building this community and all of us help each other in this journey. So today we're going to do this little welcome they already have. We're going to do a little check-in with you. We're going to apply this tool, one of the tools that we have in our book, and then we're going to have this reflection that we can learn, hopefully, something together today. And then we would like to review with you the best way that we can communicate. In order to grow a community, we need compromise. We need to feel that we're part, and eventually we need to feel that this is something that it's good for us and that we can collaborate. So we would love to chat with you. What would be the best way? And we'll have few suggestions. How can we keep in touch? How can we help each other in moments of despair or need on this journey of learning these new concepts together? That will be our agenda that we have for today. Dear Charlie, anything to comment?
No, you're doing just fine.
Okay. If I'm speaking too fast, let me know and I'll slow down. So these are the 10 topics that we have planned. And if you have not signed up yet, we have a little LinkedIn community space. That's where we do the posting. That's where we have the news. And we would love your ideas, comments, and suggestions over there so we can keep growing our community. It is 103 of us already part of this community since we launched our book. And these are the topics that we're going to cover in the next sessions. And each session is going to be once a month. And we definitely love you to have you here. Let's go with the next one, my dear friend. Yep, that's going to be what we're going to be doing. Some inspirations from the book. We're going to practice the tools. We're going to have a meaningful conversation in smaller groups, and we're going to have this collective harvest that this AI is going to help us to put together some comments and ideas. So for this chapter, the chapter number 1 that we call the evolving paradigm of leadership, it's very relevant for us. It's very important that moving from hierarchical models to integrated leadership enables greater innovation and engagement. The idea, it's also supported by this study from McKinsey. The companies with inclusive leadership, are 70% more likely to capture new markets and be more sustainable. So this is something that not just our idea that this is going to help us in our new way or this new leadership model, but also it's going to help us as human beings in our families, which is very relevant, in our companies, and the places that we also leaders. So let's start with the check-in, my dear Charlie.
Yes,
we're
Monica.
gonna have less than 30 seconds, if we can make it, just to feel how do we feel today. So if we can stop sharing, we're gonna do how do I feel today, one word, and what is my expectation, not just for today, but maybe for the whole program, for these 10 sessions. Would you like to start, Charlie?
I feel super excited about this new chapter that I feel is beginning in my life, to be able to talk about an issue that is very close to my heart. So I feel very excited. I hope to develop a whole bunch of new friends over these 10 sessions and be able to benefit from your knowledge and wisdom as we get to know each other.
Excellent. Thank you, Charlie.
I pass the ball to Ellie. Ellie, how about you?
Well, I feel very good about being with you guys, because I know you, and I know all the effort you put into creating this amazing book, and about getting to know all the other members that I didn't know. And my expectation is growth. It's just spiritual growth.
Beautiful. Thank you, Ellie. Let's pass the voice to Luis.
Well, I'm very excited to be here to join in this gathering with a topic that touches me deeply and that is certainly way overdue. So it's just heartwarming to know that this is taking place. So thank you.
Thank you. Dear Heis?
All right, I thought we had to say one word only, but so
Yeah.
I was thinking of the word inclusive. I feel included. So.
And your expectation?
That's a difficult question. I'm sort of watch and learn sort of approach I always have, and not a big speaker or talker, so but I enjoy good company and good stories and good bonds of friendship, social cohesion.
Great. Thank you so much. Dear Salma?
Hello. Yes, I'm looking forward to just meeting people. I'm already reading the book, so I'm enjoying all the stories and look forward to sharing and hearing from other people their ideas.
Thank you, dear. Dear Nan, good to see you.
Good to see you as well. I was just about to say if I can go ahead. I was super excited to also join. I read not the whole book yet, was reading the book on my way to China, and will continue that once I have more time, maybe in holidays, which is in winter. I think that's a super great idea to have these two wonderful authors, Charles and Monica, to contribute this book, as well as blend their own life work experience for a new leadership style in the new world order, let's say. And I personally currently also leading a new business in my company and trying to build the bridges between continents and cultures for the Chinese automotive car manufacturers in entering Europe, but more on IT fields in terms of compliance topic. So there's a lot, of course, to blend and learn from, different people and culture and mindsets, with also new thoughts on leadership as well. Unfortunately, I cannot really join the meeting today for a long time. I actually do have to leave because of my trip ahead, but I'm looking forward to join from time to time in the future to support this community growth and see what I can contribute.
Thank you, dear Nan. I'm sure you will. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Dear Felipe, please.
Hello. I feel very grateful for being here. It's a great opportunity. I have recently resumed reading the book. I haven't had the time to complete the task, but this is a great opportunity to integrate the knowledge in with these conversations. It's a new experience. So I'm looking forward to it. And my expectation in general is to learn about leadership, about equality, to gain from your wisdom and integrate all of that into my personal and professional life. So looking forward to it, very excited. And again, thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you, Felipe. Dear Fernando, please share with us.
Well, I feel very comfortable with this group, and my expectation is to increase my knowledge about the leadership. To be here is a great opportunity for all. And sorry, but just right now, I don't know why I can, in my hand, the book, Two Wings, for the leadership. Well, maybe sometime I will buy the book and have opportunity to read all your theories. And enjoy this time.
Great. Thank you, dear Fernando. Philip?
Yes, I feel great today. I've read most of your book. I haven't completed it yet, but it's extremely inspiring, and I like the format very much, with the charts, how to implement some of those steps to improve things. I've shared it with a number of former colleagues. I'm retired now, but I was visiting my former employer last month, so I took the opportunity to share with some of the top management, and hope they will join. And I'm promoting it among my network as a possibility to look at other ways to manage employment in their workplaces. So thank you for your book. It's very inspiring and encouraging.
Thank you very much, dear Philip, for being here today. Well, let's go ahead, my dear Charles. Let's take our next step. Thank you very much for your sharing and for all of you that already give us some feedback through even the registration. So that was fantastic. So with that said, dear Charles, it's all yours, the audience.
Okay, thanks, Monica. And I thought that we should tell a little bit about our backstory so that everybody can be on the same page. We shared a little bit about this in the previous session, but we're just going to recap a couple items about where we met. And you have to appreciate this picture. This is a little city called Acuto in Italy. And this is where Monica and I met about a year ago. We both, Monica and I, belong to two organizations. One of them is called EBBF, that stands for Ethical Business Building the Future. And it's a wonderful community of practice of people all over the world, well-intentioned individuals who are always looking at how to make the world slightly better, slightly more sustainable, working on promoting unity and community within different environments, whether they're corporate environments, local communities, et cetera, et cetera. And so EBBF initially brought us together because we both wound up finding our way to the organization, and people within the organization kept saying, Charles, you have to meet Monica. And people kept saying to Monica, Monica, you have to meet Charles. And then eventually we wound up meeting each other at a conference of soul.com, which is another community of practice that works on community building all over the world and promoting the concepts of community. And so Monica and I met each other at a gathering on October 17th of 2024. And when we came together, we already had this expectation to get to know each other, and we started having conversations and found out that we were just immediate friends, and we had tremendous life experiences that were very similar, but in different arenas. Both Monica and I are engineers, and we had a lot of corporate experience in the corporate world, and much of that experience was parallel to each other, especially given the concept that we believe that many of the environments that we were working in lacked many of the feminine qualities of leadership that I, for one, had grown up with. And so we started talking about collaborating, figuring out how we could work together, potentially to not only promote the concepts of community building within organizations, but how we could promote leadership concept that was much more holistic and integrated the masculine and feminine. And so that led us to this particular quote, which is from Abdu'l-Baha, one of the central figures of the Baha'i faith. And it says that the world of humanity has two wings. One is women and the other is men. Not until both wings are equally developed can the bird of humanity fly. Should one wing remain weak, flight is impossible. Not until the world of women becomes equal to the world of men in the acquisition of virtues and perfections can success and prosperity be attained as they ought to be. So this was the real metaphor that inspired the book. And as we started looking for opportunities to expand on that metaphor and work together so that we could develop a greater vision of what we would do, I happened to invite Monica to assist me in my consulting business in Brazil, and Monica invited me to assist her in her consulting business in Chile. And at the time, I was helping an organization with an international merger, and Monica and I had to prepare workshops for about 160 middle-level managers in the organization. And one of the things we noticed as we executed those workshops, because of our vision of these two wings of leadership and of the qualities that need to be brought into environments, corporate environments, we were completely at ease with each other and synergizing in a way that was unmistakably clear. It was like I felt so comfortable that I didn't have to keep thinking about all the elements of balance for a male and female audience of people that we were training. I felt like Monica is going to cover my back and I'm going to cover her back. And it was just like a dance that we were doing all along. And we both felt something truly special and something truly different. And that gave us time, since we were doing 6 different training groups over a 2-month period, that gave us time between our trainings to develop a vision together And I'd like to just read, I'd like Monica to read the vision, if you could, Monica, because this vision gives you a little bit of a feeling of what was our positive intention and what continues to be our intention to this day, because we're 1 year into less than 1 year into that vision, but we're trying to live it out in a positive way. So Monica, could you read it?
Sure. In 2025, we will stand as beacons of clarity and transformation in global leadership, inspiring leaders to embrace coherence, balance, ethics, and soul-driven purpose in their lives and organizations. We will empower individuals to unlock their full potential, guiding them to shine their light boldly and confidently while fostering unity, trust, and the integration of feminine and masculine energies. Through our passion for facilitating high-impact processes and programs, we will equip people with the tools to create meaningful, lasting impacts in their careers, community, and personal lives.
So this is what motivated us. And in August of 2025, just a couple months ago, we set off for a conference, the first EBBF conference, the organization that I mentioned initially, which was in Santiago do Chile, beautiful city. And we got a chance to, at that conference, launch our book, in addition to participate in these incredibly meaningful consultations about sustainability, development, community building, equality, etc. And so we got a chance to launch our book. I'm just going to cover a few slides of us having a chance to dialogue and talk with the audience so that you have an idea. And people who were there got a chance to buy the book. Some of them got autographed copies, etc., etc. And this was in the surroundings of where there's a Baha'i house of worship in Santiago. And this was the group that was at the EBBF conference. But it was a wonderful experience. And since that experience of launching the book, we've had a few very positive confirmations in other book launches. Monica got a chance to talk to a group of 20 business leaders, executive women, who all bought a copy of the book as a gift by their director. And I had a chance to speak to a medical school class in a talk show format. There was an entire medical school and administration of a university here in Brazil that was interested in applying the concepts of the book to their administration and to their medical school. And so we have had a lot of confirmations just to get to this point. But we promised we would actually get to some exercises. So I'm going to hand it over to Monica now that we just gave a little bit of that background. And we're going to get into doing a little bit of the work that's in the book so that we make some progress with you.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you. Thank you. So what we are thinking for today, we're going to use one of the tools that we mentioned that we're going to share with you. If you don't have the book, don't worry. This is the self-assessment tool that we're going to be using. We're going to give you 5 minutes. And if you're ready before, just let us know. And then you go through. And then from 1 to 5, you're going to use this evaluate in each of the sentences, that not sentences, the words that we have over there. And then you're going to add and put together the total number that you have for the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you're going to have a summary. From 1 to 5, you're going to identify how do you feel about decisiveness, for example, or strategic thinking. You're going to go through all of them, put the number 1 if it's rarely, 5 if it's frequently, it's more common for you. And then you're going to go cover all of them, and you're going to sum the first ones, and then you're going to get the total for the what we call in this space traditionally feminine traits, and you're going to add the final number, just adding all the results that you have. And for that, you shouldn't take more than 4 minutes. So let's take the time right now. Can you see the screen very well if you don't have the book? And just get the number and the final number.
What I understood, Monica, is for the traditionally masculine traits, when I get to the end of my evaluation, I'll add all those up to a subtotal. And then when I get to the traditionally feminine traits, I'll add all those up to get to a second subtotal. Is that it?
Correcto, my dear friend. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Which page in the book is it, please?
51.
51.
51.
51.
Remember, Mónica, I don't have a book, huh?
It's the same thing that's on the screen right now. Just put a line that says traditionally masculine 1 through 8, and then traditionally feminine 1 through 8, and just put your self-evaluation.
Or you can probably increase the size of the
Yeah, can you enlarge the size of the
Fernando, you
slide?
can do it by yourself. You just touch the screen and you can just increase the size of the image.
Right, okay.
Okay.
And you can just have it bigger. Thank you. Okay, my dear friends, are we ready or need another minute? Excellent. So let's share for the results. What do we have as a results? You can just give us a little insights, or which one is bigger, or you have a very balanced your result. Who would like to share? Ellie, you look like you wanted to share with us.
Well, I'm laughing because when you actually start thinking about each one of them and you give them a grade, you realize that you thought you had everything more or less in balance, and definitely you didn't have anything in balance. I have more masculine traits than feminine traits. Yeah, but big time.
Thank you, Ellie. Andrea, I'm not sure if you were able to take the little assessment or you just joined. I didn't see you.
Yes, I did it.
Okay.
I did.
Would you like to share?
Yes, my case it was balanced, more feminine, but little. I think it's balanced. I think it was nice to see it.
Great, thank you. How about Philip? Philip, would you like to share?
Yeah, also rather balanced. Kind of a little bit more male than female, but generally balanced, yes.
Great, excellent. Who else would like to share? Felipe, how were your results?
My results, if I am completely honest, are rather unbalanced. I am way more feminine, apparently. I think it's a great exercise. I am still processing it.
Thank you, Felipe. Thank you. Thank you for admitting that. See, this is a good example. We wanted to create this space of a safe space that we can be honest and be ourselves, and then, you know, embrace vulnerability, embrace all the learnings that we can have together. Who else would like to share? And then we go ahead with the next activity.
So I have a question. My total score is around 50. So I think maximum, I didn't count, but you could get up to 100, right? If you're all at the extreme of having 5s everywhere. So I'm sort of low on that side, I think. I'm a little bit more feminine than masculine. So I'm sort of wondering, are we just looking for an equilibrium between the two scores, or are we looking also at the magnitude of the scores and what impact, what does that mean? So that's what I'm interested to learn.
So yes, there's 8 categories in each. So let's say 16 times 5.
80.
80, okay. So we could get up to 80. And what we want to do with this exercise initially is just create an awareness of, do I tend to be more masculine or feminine? Because one of the things that we point out in the book is that every single person has a masculine and feminine side. And what we traditionally associate in the world sometimes with being more masculine. There's plenty of women who have a masculine side, just like plenty of men who have a feminine side, and that's a good thing. So first, if there is a significant imbalance, that should be brought to our awareness and say, okay, if I operate mostly in my feminine side or mostly on my masculine side, what opportunities do I have to grow on the other side? Because if we're thinking about the concept of balance and equilibrium, you know, that balance needs to be inside of us as human beings. Many times in dealing with relationships, in dealing with problems at work, one of the stories that came out in the book for me was I was having some challenges with my kids, and I was talking to Monica about it. And Monica says, well, you've got more tools in your toolbox than just your masculine approach, you know? And so it was like she was reminding me that if my approach isn't working to solve a problem, there's another approach. And as I give myself permission to tap in to my feminine side, I find more tools that help me solve a problem or that are maybe needed in that situation. So the key to first create an awareness of which side we operate the most on, and then look for opportunities to grow in the other. And if you happen to be a really balanced person operating equally, that's a good thing for the world, and you should keep it up. There is one exercise we're going to send home with you, because when we start to look in greater detail about what is masculine and what is feminine, we find out that it's all tied to human virtues of kindness, collaboration, trust, assertiveness, all sorts of human virtues. And so one of the things that we do with people is we help them do an assessment. Like this was an initial assessment on a general scale, but the homework that you guys will have between this session and the next one is associated with 62 different virtues that you guys are going to self-assess yourself on, and then find some opportunities for things that you can improve. And nobody's going to be telling you you got to do it except yourself, because when you evaluate yourself and you realize that the essence of all human relationships is based on our virtues. And whenever human relationships start to break down, typically you can associate it to some kind of virtue that was missing in that interaction. Lack of patience, lack of trust, whatever it happens to be, lack of tact. Really get to the root cause of what goes wrong in many human interactions. It is related to virtues. And so we are tying the virtues to the masculine and the feminine, because that's the easiest way to help people understand that every one of us can make progress. Every one of us can be committed to this balance that the world actually needs. And the studies have been showing that organizations are not balanced, and tremendous amount of burnout is occurring for people because we're focusing so much on the doing and we're not focusing on the being. And so the two wings that we're talking about in this book are related to these two energies of the doing and the being, which encompass themselves in the concept of masculine and feminine. I'm sorry I talked so much. I want to be able to hear from you guys. Lois, please.
Yeah, I have a question. It was interesting for me. I'm certainly more feminine than masculine, which was good for me. Well, I knew that anyway. But I have a question for you guys. It's interesting. It would be interesting to know the results that younger people have with this test than with my particular age group. I would think that the younger ones are probably a little more balanced than Did you find that, or what is your opinion on that?
I'm actually really curious to do the data, to analyze the data and to make a study, because that would be really amazing to if we see that in our generation the results are one thing, and then our children's generation it's already improved. That would be amazing to be able to discern. So I thank you for that question, because that's going to make me and Monica start to keep track of this data by age as well.
Yeah, when we
So
were launching the book, we have this feedback. Remember, Charles, that the youth said, you know, for us it's more natural. We don't call it masculine and feminine. So that's a great approach and good feedback, dear Luis. Dear Charlie, if you can allow me to be co-host, because I disappeared for a while. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm
Yes,
back. And if you can help me to be co-host so I can set up the groups that we're ready to go for the next reflection in little groups. So we're going to go in small groups here, my dear friends, and we're going to go and reflect about the following question. What leadership challenges do you face, and how could these traits help you address them? So based on the exercise we just did, we would like to reflect, which is also on page 52, but Charles, I think, is going to share the question with us. And I'm going to prepare the groups, and we're going to go in small groups of 3 to have this 5 minutes reflection around this question.
so Monica, I'm sorry, you're going to have to repeat the question because I don't have it on a slide. Sorry.
Okay, can you read it again, my dear Charles? It's the third question in page 52.
What leadership challenges do you face, and how could these traits help you address them? So these 8 traits that we talked about being masculine, and these 8 that we talked about being feminine, how could they help you address leadership challenges that you might have? So I think we're going to have 2 groups, Monica.
No, it's going to be 3 groups. We're going to take 3 groups,
Okay.
and we're going to have 5 minutes to just share around this question. We're going to send this question also in the chat, so you'll have it. But make sure that everybody will have their opinion, please, in the group. So you go ahead, admit, or I'm going to invite you to the groups, and just agree, go into the group, and we'll see you back in 5 minutes.
Moni, you're back.
Yes, my dear friends, took me a long run to return from the group.
Okay.
But thank you very much. I know it was a short time. Our learning is going to be that we're going to give more space next time, so we will be able to share more time. But I would love to check with one of you. How did it go? How was the conversation? Did it make this tool useful to apply it in your everyday life, and as a leader, as a human being? Who would like to share? Andrea, you were like, yes, I want to share.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Sorry. But for me, it's I want to say that I was late in this meeting, but I'm going to be next time on time, I hope. Sorry to be late, and I'm very delighted to be here and share with you and about the test and the conversation that we have. Is that I think we all know that we can add something to make it for more people to have this influence, and these both traits are important. So the 2 wings, it's very we have the same idea. I think we share this is important, and we are here to collaborate.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, dear. So as we are running almost out of time, we would like to share with you this topic that we at the beginning said it was very relevant for us. So communication. How do we want to really keep together in a community in order to learn, in order to grow? We need to create these spaces that allow us to keep in touch, being able to help each other in moments of any questions or any progress or any stories that we would like to share. So we have a suggestion for you. We just created yesterday with Charles a WhatsApp group. I know we have 1,000 and 2,000 of different WhatsApp groups, but the idea of this one will be for this period of time, this is going to be 10 months that we're going to be together, that we can have, you know, these opportunities to share and then be in contact with each other. And so we have three ways to communicate here with this beautiful slide that Charles put out together. The first one is our LinkedIn community group. I don't know if all of you are part already. If you're not, please scan the first QR code, because that will guide you and join. You'll be able to join this community and LinkedIn. It is called Two Wings Community Group. And we already have 103 people that participate over there, but not just to link and be part of this group, but be an active member. We would love to have you, your comments, your ideas, your suggestion, even some postings related to this these topics. The second link that you see over there, the QR, it's our landing page. That's where all the information, and you can see more detail, what's going on. If we have some podcasts that we've been invited, we're going to be all the time putting the information over there as well. And then the third one, the one in black, it's our WhatsApp community. So if you just scan that, you're going to be able to join our current WhatsApp group in order to keep together, invite others, and all the beautiful things that are going to happen over there. If you feel like you want to be part, of course, of that group. It's not an imposition, it's a suggestion.
And the only thing I would add is that these are three ways you can also share with friends and invite other people to become part of this community. And the more people share, the more we learn from each other, et cetera, et cetera. So Monica and I have a clear intention of making this movement as big as it can be, because we really believe that in that metaphor that the world of humanity or that humanity is like a bird, and that it will fly toward its highest heights once this masculine and feminine balance is established in the world. So we see this as a bit of a mission that we are trying to influence this in the most positive way, and help doing that will help us all.
Yeah, please let us know if you were able to register in the WhatsApp group, or we can also send this on emails, because we have your email and your information. And if you like to, were you able to, did it work for you? The QRs, the codes? Were you able to scan the code and get into the group?
Does anybody need me to put that code page back up there?
Yes, I didn't scan it.
Okay.
Maybe just that one, Charlie, because probably it's
you
too
know what I
small.
think okay. Yeah, I was just thinking, if anybody wants to join the WhatsApp group, that's where we're going to send the assignments for like the next session. I'm going to share on the screen the assignment that we're going to give you guys for the next session, and then I'll put the QR code page back up there again.
Great.
But this assignment right now is just to give you an idea of what you're going to be seeing. And I hope that this is in a size that people will be able to read now. You don't have to read it all, because I'm just going to show you what it is, but it says it's can you guys see the screen? Monica, can everybody see the screen?
I see it, yeah.
Okay, and Monica, next time that my screen is not
Where?
projecting 100%, next time my screen is not projecting 100%, you have to tell me right on the spot, because I didn't realize that it was in a different projection view.
I thought it was just me.
No,
Okay,
it was.
we'll keep learning.
but
That's what we hear.
That's
Thank you,
okay,
Charlie.
and my ego can take it. Trust me. Anyway, self-assessment
Oh.
tool on human virtues and corresponding flaws. This is a tool adapted from the work of Luis Enrique Boist. It provides a structured framework for evaluating personal virtues and identifying areas of growth. And so what you're going to be doing, you're going to see a list. I'm going to show you a list of what is a virtue on one side and what is the corresponding flaw on the other side. And you're going to rate yourself on a scale. Am I a person who tends much more to sadness than to joy? If you are a really sad person, you might be a 3 or a 4. If you're a much more joyful person, you might be between an 8 and a 9, or a 7, 8, or 9. But you're going to self-evaluate yourself on all of these virtues, and we've kind of put a scale so that you kind of know day from night, light from darkness, or whatever, however you want to see it. And you're going to evaluate yourself on a series of these virtues. There's like 62 of them, I believe. And basically how you evaluate yourself is using this rating scale. 0, I have no awareness or practice of the virtue. A 10, I'm fully aware. I consistently practice it as a habit. And then you'll identify some virtues that might be 6 or below. And those, in essence, indicate areas that you may want to focus some attention to try to improve on. And then here it tells you an exercise that you can do at the end to develop the virtues that you want to develop. So when you get to the end of this handout, it'll talk about the results and what you can do to help develop that particular virtue. Okay. So this is just to give you an idea of what we intend to show you or share with you as an exercise between now and the next session. But let me now go back to the actual QR code that you might want to copy.
The WhatsApp group.
Okay, so the black QR code, if you can scan it, or Monica, maybe I should put the link. Maybe not everybody can scan it. Is there anybody who has difficulty scanning these codes and would prefer to receive the link?
Yeah, we'll send it through the email anyways, Charlie, because if not possible to scan it here, we can definitely send the link.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be great.
That would be
Thank
great.
you.
That would be great.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
And so we just, because we passed the time that we agreed to be here today, we just like to hear one word for you. What was this experience today? And then if you will be back in the next session, that will be beautiful. So Philip, would you like to close with one word? What was the experience or this gathering for you today?
Inspiring.
Thank you. Luis?
It was very enlightening. So I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Dear Andrea?
This is, for me, is interesting.
Thank you. Thijs?
Insightful, yeah. I enjoyed learning.
Thank you. Dear Salma?
Joyful, meeting new people.
Great. Thank you, Salma. Fernando?
It's very, very interesting for me. And God, or all of you, gave me 2 ears and 1 mouth in order to listen and learn.
Thank you, dear Fernando. Dear Felipe, how was it for you?
Very interesting, very excited to continue on this path of learning. So I hope we see you together soon and keep in touch.
Great. Thank you, Felipe. And for you, dear Ellie?
It was very insightful. It was very interesting too, the way you've put this exercise together, and I hope that we continue to learn more next time.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, all of you, for being here today. we'll encourage you to be active in the LinkedIn or in the chat, and then we'll be able to fly together for this beautiful journey that we have ahead. Dear Charlie, would you like to comment something?
So I am so happy that my wife, my dear, beautiful wife of 38 years, Selma, is here today, because this journey of the masculine and the feminine and trying to find that balance, we have been practicing it for 38 years of our marriage. And I think I've learned so much. And this is part of what has made writing the book with Mónica so easy. It's because everything that Mónica shares with me, it's like I don't try to contest it as if it's wrong or I need to change it. I see it as a gift that helps me be more complete and more whole. And I'm so grateful that I've gotten a chance to practice that with my own wife for 38 years, because the reality of this balance is that God created man for woman and woman for man to be able to help each other become more balanced and whole human beings. And so I'm super excited about this work going forward, because it's been a life journey. And the more I fall into this journey, the more whole and complete and competent I feel as a human being. So,
thank you, Charlie, for sharing that with us. You know what? I just give an idea. Maybe we can all invite someone that can join us for the next session. So please do go ahead and invite someone that you think will be helpful for them and for us, the group, as in the learning process.
Okay.
Thank you very much, my dear friend. Let's take a picture, all of us together, so we
yes,
can.
yes.
Oh, I just have
Yes.
one comment to make for both of you. I love the cover. I love the symbolism of the dove with the colors. It's just perfect. So yeah, that was my only comment. Thank you.
Thank you, dear. Thank you very
Lois.
much, all of you, for being here. Let's take a picture so we can have a nice
Okay.
post, and then you can comment on that.
Everybody with your best smile, and then I will take the picture.
Cheers.
Okay.
Wonderful.
I think
Thank you
everybody
very
came out
much.
good.
Big applause for all of you. See you guys next month.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
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 Thank you, thank you, thank you.